Once again, welcome to the number one station in the nation, the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. Yours truly, Pastor Kevin, doing what I love because I love what I'm doing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know if this makes sense, but dudes and dudettes, I'm talking to you. I want to introduce this man, present to others. He is fastly becoming my friend. As I said previously, he is one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network. I can't do a drum roll, and I don't have a studio audience. They've been out since COVID. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm just going to simply introduce BK Garner to our Broadcast Network family. Good afternoon.
That was very good.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much.
Oh man, please, thank you. How I get a kick out of talking to you now, man. So, you can't say too less. You can only say too much. So, I thank you for being here. Thank you for accepting the invitation to be a part of our Broadcast Network family. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Who is BK Garner?
All right. So, yeah, I'm BK Garner. I'm currently living in Virginia Beach, Virginia, but I've only lived here for about 3 years. I was born in the West. I was born in Oregon and then raised mostly, I'd say, my junior high school years were in Arizona. So I'm from the West. So, but that's where I grew up and lived with a large family there. And I've always loved writing. That's been the thing I've done since I was in school, even in the elementary school. I loved writing. I was also unlike you. I didn't do football, but I did cross country and track. I was a runner.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you, were you an athlete or, but I would have still been out there hanging out with you because I was a track runner too. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much once again, and I appreciate you being here. For those that don't know now, once again, as I said before, he is one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network. You'll be able to stop by our platform, GMAP1.com, and, of course, click on the tab that is titled Featured Authors. You'll see his smiling face right at the top of the page. Click on that cover and or that link. It will take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate information and details about the author as well as the publication. Speaking of the publication, we know it's we're at the countdown stages now, and we're getting
10
ready.
days to go.
10 days to go, and no, you got to be excited about that, right?
I am so excited. Yes, thank you.
Exactly what makes this particular moment such an exciting moment for you.
Well, I mean, so you and I talked in the past here already. So I've been a fiction writer most of my life. I've got 4 fiction books out there. I've got lots of notebooks that I've never published. And in my younger years, that's what I wrote. And so fiction's fun. It's it gives you a chance to escape reality, if you want to call it that, and jump into another world and enjoy things that are going on. That's all about fiction, but. The thing I'm so excited about this book is something, fiction can help you escape, but it doesn't really change your life that much. It might get you a few good hours or however fast you read, a few good days maybe of some fun and enjoyment, but it really hasn't. When you've closed that last page, you're not really a different person because of what you read, and that's what I'm excited about this book. This book has, it's important, and from what I've been reading and what I've been seeing and the research I did, it's needed.
Yeah,
it's needed that's out there.
I'm gonna piggyback off you a little bit on that one, and I'm gonna say it's definitely and you don't really realize how much it's needed and necessary until you actually are in that situation. You hear people say, oh man, that situation is getting close to home. And
Right.
this is one of those times where, you go through life, you hear about things like this, but it really doesn't hit you until you experience.
Right.
I'll say that I'm going to let you talk a little bit about it, but I can relate to it because I'm actually going through it, and it's not an easy task. Memory care activities for seniors that's going to be released in let's. I think we got a 10-day countdown right now.
Yep.
Ooh, come on now. You got to be a little bit more excited than that. Why don't you go ahead, pop in, and tell us about it?
Yeah, so like you said, it's memory care activities for seniors. The subtitle is Simple and Engaging Ideas to Improve Brain Health and Enhance Senior Care. So that kind of says what it's all about in a nutshell there. That's the whole purpose of it. It brings together lots of good information that people can use. I shared the story with you when we first talked, but I kind of got into this, uh, I guess you could say, subject when my grandmother was in her 90s. She was really had a bad case of dementia, Alzheimer's. I would visit her, and I'd leave the room and come back, and she didn't know who I was. And she asked me again who I was and what was going on in my life, and I'd repeat everything I told her just a few minutes before. And then I'd leave the room again and do something and walk back in an hour later, and she'd ask me all the same questions again.
Mm,
And now I've got a mother who just recently, this last April, we celebrated her 90th birthday,
wow.
and that was her mom that I'm talking about. So she is really concerned about this happening in her life.
Right, right.
And so this has been kind of my motivation to get this book out there.
Now, I'm going to say or ask you. I know that you've been experienced writing. I guess you could say nonfiction versus fiction. But what was the writing process like for this particular publication? I mean, was it different for you? Was there enhanced excitement or de-escalation? What was the writing process for you when you wrote this book?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge difference writing fiction versus nonfiction. Fiction, I can make up anything I want to make up. I can I can decide to make the guy fly if I want to. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
With this, of course, the research part is a lot bigger part of it, obviously. All that kind of stuff going on. But no, as you're editing in the book, every book is fun to write, but then every author has to go back and be now it's time to do the no fun part of writing. The reading every paragraph, make sure it's put together right, all that kind of stuff. But as we talked about already, as I'm editing this book, making sure it's all put together well and it comes across well. Again, knowing that fact in the back of my mind that this is going to help people. This is going to help people's lives. This is going to help younger generations connect to older generations and that kind of stuff going on.
Right,
And
right.
that makes the whole editing process much less painful
Yeah, I can
when you
only imagine.
when you when you know that there's going to be a positive outcome from it.
Well, one thing I've always enjoyed while doing what I do, working with different authors and things of that nature. One thing I always enjoyed is I always enjoyed connecting with people that has publications being released or out there with a root foundation with a purpose
Right.
versus entertainment. You can read some good books out there, but they're just entertainment.
Correct.
Versus a book such as this one that is being released, and there is a purpose for it. And that's one of the things that we can be here a year from now still talking about this book. Once again, for those that don't know now, coming soon to a bookstore near you. I always wanted to say that. Um, Memory care activities for seniors, and you said the subtitle before. I didn't get that. Say it again. What was the subtitle again?
The subtitle is Simple and Engaging Ideas to Improve Brain Health and Enhance Senior Care.
All right. I'm gonna say one thing. I know that there has to be some sort of connection here because every time I come up with something, I always I tell people this, and it was just by chance that you mentioned it today. Every time I come out up with something or I want to release something, I always try to put I guess you could say the purpose of it in the title. I like to let the title speak for everything.
Right.
And I heard you say that a little earlier. There's not a whole lot I can say. It's all in the title. And that's an amazing thing. And I appreciate you for doing it. We got to be related, man. You must be my long lost brother way down there. And you said you were in Arizona.
I did live in Arizona, yes.
I'm a little jealous, man. I always wanted to go, but I didn't want to stay. I'm, I'm telling the truth. I wanted to go, but I didn't want to stay. So memory care activities for seniors, of course. The anticipation is building. And, of course, we want to find out, when should we anticipate the release of this outstanding publication that we're going to be sharing with our viewers and listeners around the world? What's the anticipation? What's the expectation of the release date for this publication?
So, like you've been saying, it's 10 days away, so that's the 28th. It will be released on the 28th in ebook form as well as paperback form. And then, if all goes well, hopefully before the next 2 weeks from today, I'll have the hardback out there as well.
All right. Well, I assume I got to go purchase my own copy at this point, huh? Yeah.
Well, so that's the cool part about the ebook. So I don't know how many people out there have Kindle Unlimited. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it's
Yeah.
completely free.
And I'm glad you said that. My mom has Kindle Unlimited, and I want her to be able to read this book. She told me just the other day, honey, I need you to write down some things so I don't forget. And that was so powerful. That was such a powerful question when she asked me that.
Right.
And for a moment, I didn't think she understood. I was sharing it with my wife. I said, today I said my mom is starting to lose track of some of the things she's saying. She needs activities. She needs to do something to maintain her activity. And then my mom comes to me and say, I need you to start writing things down for me so I don't forget. So my mom has, what is it, Kindle? You said Kindle?
Yeah, Kindle Unlimited.
My mom has that. And I think you sent me a copy of the book as well already, right?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna be sharing that with my mom. I'm saying, Mom, I got something for you to read, and I'm just gonna say, I didn't write it down, but I think it's gonna be important for the future, and I'm just gonna slide it in on her. I'm not gonna tell her why I'm sliding it in. I'm just gonna tell, I got something for you to read. You asked me to do it, so all right. So we're looking at coming soon, and of course, we're excited about that. But let me ask you this: you've been through the process a number of times. You've written nonfiction, fiction, and you have overlooked the process from beginning to end. You know what it takes. You've been through the good, the bad, the ups and downs, the rights and lefts. What's next? What's next for you as an author when you look at back over the process of this?
That's a really good question right now. So before I wrote this book, I was working on I've got the four out there, and I started a new series with my latest novel. And so I've written about half of the sequel to that, but in my world is my fourth novel. So I'm working on the fifth novel. But in the middle of that, all this stuff started happening, and I put that to the side. So I do want to get back and finish that one, but then I don't know. It's been so gratifying writing a book like this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of looking maybe. I'll always write for fun, but I think I'm going to try to see it. But what it's going to be, I don't know yet. Master Kevin, I don't know yet. but I do plan on doing. I'll probably do some more nonfiction.
you know,
It's very gratifying. Very gratifying.
I love that word. you said it was very gratifying doing this. And to me, that just tells me one thing. There's a passion for it, but there's a love for the passion. You have a passion to do it because that's why it's done. But you love it because it was so gratifying, so you kind of want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, BK Garner, he's one of our featured authors here on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. I am encouraging each and every one of you, stop by our platform, GMAP1.com, and click on that tab that is simply titled Featured Authors. You'll see his smiling face along with the upcoming release right there at the top of the page. You'll be able to click on the top of the page. And I want to warn you, I want to let you guys know, when you click on that link, it will take you to the necessary location, but you're going to receive a variety of his publications, fiction and nonfiction. So I want you guys to know that. I'm not trying to slide it in there. Hey, let me throw this on you. Let me pump up these other publications. I just want you to know that the information for the new release that's coming out soon is going to be right there in that area. We want you to go ahead and make plans. But you said something earlier that if someone wanted to receive, one of the copies that they can endure on Kindle, that they can do that. Can you repeat that information for me if you don't mind?
Yeah, so I mean, that's how you and I became connected. Right now, I'm trying to do kind of do a pre-read. I'm sending PDFs out to people for free, and then they're going to do an Amazon review for me. But so it's been interesting in that process, Pastor Kevin. I've received, these people that are just barely receiving a PDF, telling me thank you and thank you and thank you,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing right now. So if people DM on my Facebook page, the Senior Living Facebook page, I can send them PDF of the book.
Awesome. And I heard you say something very important, and I'm going to reiterate that. For those of you that have received it, I'm going to be one of them. Uh, the reviews are exceptionally appreciated. I don't even know if those two words together make sense, but I'm going to say it again. They're exceptionally appreciated. Does that make sense to you? I, I want to make sure. I'm just saying. I'm being honest here. But please, leave a review. It's so important. I know Mr. Garner, he's going to appreciate it. Amazon will appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. And the individuals on the outside that are considering showing their support will appreciate it. It's not how can I put this? A popularity contest. That's a good way to put it. It's not a popularity contest. It's an appreciation process. And what I mean when I say that is people will appreciate you being honest about what you see, what you read, things of that nature. And we want you to show some gratitude and just show us a little appreciation by leaving a review. Please leave a review. Even when the book is released soon and very soon, leave a review. Now, I know it's coming soon, and I know it's something that we're going to be talking about, but can you give us just a few more details that you think you may have forgotten about the release of the memory care activities for seniors? Is there any additional information concerning the release that you'd like to share?
I don't want to reiterate what you said. Like, I know you've done a wonderful job at highlighting me on your page there. But yeah, the link is from my author page on Amazon. And yeah, right now, if you click that right now, you don't see this book because it's not officially published till the 28th. So yeah, you're going to see my other stuff. So if you want to just make a note, check out this site after the 28th, on the 28th. That's when it'll be there. But no, as far as the rest of the release, it's I mean, this whole process has just been so exciting, Pastor Kevin. It's just been
Awesome.
exciting. And what you said about the review, I mean, it's kind of like my wife and I just recently bought a treadmill. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
went on Amazon, we were looking at it, and what's the first thing you look at? You look at the reviews.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and if you see a treadmill that's got 20 reviews and one that's got 1,000 reviews, you're
Right.
like, hey, I'm going to go with
Yeah,
that
you're
one.
right.
You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
so so reviews are important. It's not because we're trying, like you said, it's not a popularity contest, but the more reviews you have, then more people that need this book are
Right.
going to be more likely to click on it. You know,
Right. Right. BK Garner, one
so
of our
you're
featured authors, and I tell you, I'm going to say this because you know, um, people can get a jump start. I heard you say, you know, leave yourself a note. Well, you don't have to leave yourself a note. You can grab a copy of it right now. You
that's
know,
true.
and I want you to just kind of reiterate the process that they would have to go through. Is there a contact number or an email or anything along that nature that you can share with them to allow them to reach out and go ahead and receive what it is that you have for them if they wanted to receive a copy of this right now?
So I've got a Facebook page that's the one that you contacted me on. It's senior. It's called Senior Living. BK Garner Senior Living, and you can send me a DM there. But no, if you want to send me a direct email, we can do that. It's author bkgarner at gmail.com. And I'd be more than happy to send you a PDF and let you take a quick view of this. What I'm going to do, Pastor Kevin, just so your listeners know, um, on the 28th, I'll also now. I think it takes. I've done this before with my fiction books. I think it takes another day, so I might not start till the 29th. But on the 29th, I'll do a 5 to 7 day period where the ebook is free.
Okay.
So you can
Oh.
basically get the book for free, get it, and then I'm hoping if you get the book for free, you'll leave me a nice review.
A very, you know what? No, 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 no. A very nice review. We like the word free with three E's. So I'm just saying, it's not just the normal free, but it's the free with three E's. And and
Right.
and, and leave a review. I mean, you know what? It goes without saying. And I just think it's so important. You know, people think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna reach out for your help. I'm gonna write a book soon. I've never even thought about it. But as I connect with different authors like yourself, talk about it, and things become so serious, I'm gonna write a book, and I want you to listen to this in its entirety. It's gonna be called Confessions of a Pastor: The Kevin T. Stroughter Story. Yeah, and I'm gonna write that because there's some things that people don't know about the process of a pastor,
Right.
and it doesn't make us perfect. It doesn't make us any different. The responsibility of a pastor to go out and make disciples. Okay, but let me tell you something. When I first became a pastor, I was still Kevin. People, people need to understand that. And
You didn't
Kevin,
suddenly become a perfect person just because you got pastor in front of your
and still not perfect.
name.
And still, I mean, I tell the truth because there's some things that people just don't know. I struggled. I told one lady when she said, "Well, Kevin, I think you're going to be a pastor one day." I said, "You know what? You better get away from me. I might want to slap you." Because I was being honest because I didn't see myself giving up the things that I enjoyed doing so much that were not right by no means, but I enjoyed doing them to start preaching something that I wasn't doing, sharing messages. So it was very difficult for me to accept the responsibility to be a pastor, but I found out that you know nobody's perfect, and
Right.
I never will be perfect. I just want to let people know that I do what I'm being required and recommended to do, but I think people are going to understand that this is not a false accusation or an untrue process of information of someone. This is going to be real, and I'm going to tell you that when I first started pastoring long ago, you know you know marijuana wasn't even legal yet, and I was trying to go in the back and take me a puff of a joint before I go out and preach the word. Stuff like that. And
Right.
I mean, and I know I told somebody this. I said, if your sin was a number, what would your number be? You don't have to answer that. All right. So, memory care activities for seniors. It's going to be released very, very soon on the 28th. And of course, we're going to have them back immediately after the release of the new publication. If somebody wanted to reach out to you, I want you to just say it one more time. How can they do so if they wanted to receive a copy currently, or however it is that you can deliver it to them? We want to make sure that they can get it. So if you don't mind sharing your contact information and how a copy of the publication can be received right now, would you please do that for me?
Yeah, once again, it's either my Facebook page called Senior Living, or you can email me directly at author BK Garner, Garner, like Jennifer Garner, uh, BK Garner at gmail.com.
BK
So
Garner at
art,
gmail.com.
art, author BK Garner.
I missed something. Author BK Garner at gmail.com.
There you go.
Or, of course, stop by GMAP Broadcast Network. Click on the featured authors page. Like I said before, we'll take you to the necessary location to find out a little bit more intimate information and details about the author as well as the publication. Now, in 2 weeks, we're going to have you back. And we're going to do like a super launch release party. Yeah. I
That
made.
sounds awesome.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
awesome.
And that just flowed. A super launch release party. And write that down for me, man. Write that down for me so I don't forget. I don't want to have one of these situations where I have memory loss. So, a super launch release party in a couple of weeks right here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. We'll have them right back here. And we're going to be talking about the excitement that has built, how you can get a copy. You might even win a copy or two on that day. It's a super launch release party right here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. One of our featured authors, BK Garner. And, of course, we're excited because I'm going to purchase a couple of books and I'm just going to give them away. Yeah. I think people will like that because it'll allow me the opportunity to slide in a free GMAP t-shirt, too. So, so I'm going to combine the two. I'm going to go ahead and do a GMAP t-shirt with a free copy of Memory Care Activities for Seniors. And during the super launch release party, I'm giving away 5 of them. Period. I'm going to and listen, I'm not going to get them free from you. I'm going to actually buy them. That's the difference. If I get them free from you, we won't tell nobody. But
I appreciate that, Pastor Kevin.
we won't tell nobody, but you know how it is. But I'm gonna during the super launch release party, Memory Care Activities for Seniors, I am going to go ahead and jump on the board bandwagon. If you want to join us, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon and say I'm going to give away 5 copies of it free. And that's only if you promise to leave a review. Wow. Man, that's a pretty good combination, huh?
That's a great combination.
I will only send you your winning copy, and I'll do some kind of contest. And I'm going to give away 5 copies of the publication, and I'm going to include a GMAP t-shirt. Compliments of me and BK Garner, author BK Garner. And, of course, I'm going to bless each and every one of you, but the only way you're going to receive it if you promise us that you're going to leave a review. Is that fair enough, or do you want to add something?
I think that sounds good to me.
Sounds good? Hey.
Yeah.
Don't forget. All right. We're going to do a super launch in a couple of weeks, immediately after the release of the publication, Memory Care Activities for Seniors. Looking forward to it. I tell you, I'm excited for you. I thank God for your time today. I thank God that you chose to be, you accepted the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network family. I appreciate that so much. Before I let you go, I'm just going to slide over and I'm going to allow you the opportunity to speak to the viewers and listeners around the world and just simply tell them from the heart what you want them to know. Because, hey, a lot of times we anticipate that people take certain things away from reading our publications. So I'm just going to move over and allow you a few minutes to speak to the audience around the world. So I'm going to move over and I'm going to say, BK Garner, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you, Pastor Kevin. First, I want to just say thank you so much for allowing me to be here. This has been a fantastic opportunity for me. Again, what I'd like to say, I think this is we've got to reach out for each other. We've got to have faith in each other and reach out with love and concern and be there for each other. And that's kind of what I've been trying to do with this book, so that give us opportunities, some tricks, some ideas and how we can reach out and care for each other, especially those of our population that are getting up in their years. They've been around a while and they might start be having some troubles with their memories. So that's the big part of it. But yeah, I want to thank you so much. You've been like you said earlier in the program. I believe that we're fastly becoming friends.
Amen. Yeah. Oh my good, thank you so much, man. And it's so true. You know, you can feel the combination, you can feel the connection, and you can feel when things are being appreciated, and you can feel when you appreciate things. And I appreciate you once again for being here, once again for accepting the invitation to be a part of our family, and just kind of going with the flow. I always tell people, a lot of times I wake up, I live for today. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow is not promised to me. So I live for today. And a lot of times I'll wake up with not a dime in my pocket, but I ate good last night. So it's a process that we go through, and I don't put stipulations on the process. And I appreciate once again you being here. Looking forward to talking to you again soon. Like I said, a super launch release party we're going to do right here. And of course, we're going to have you back. We're going to have another rebroadcast of this on next week so people can know that they'll have the opportunity if they want to purchase a copy, or if they want to receive a free copy of what you have to offer right now, they can do so. Don't forget the information that was shared. Until next time, I just want to say peace. God bless you. Take care. Take it easy. If it's good to you, take it twice. Remember this: if you do not remember anything else in life, all you have to do is press forward, press towards the high call, and press toward the journey. Your destiny was determined before your delivery. Endure the process. Do what you're being required or recommended to do, and trust me, it's inevitable. You'll reach your destiny. I want to thank you, man. I appreciate you so. I don't know if I can stop saying the souls because they're so short, but so much. Looking forward to talking to you again soon, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. BK Garner, one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network. In the meantime, keep it locked right here on the number one station in the nation, the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. Yours truly, Pastor Kevin, along with author B.K. Garner. And don't forget to show your love, your care, concern, and support, and pick up a copy of the publication that is coming your way soon and very soon, Memory Care Activities. Seniors, don't forget to join us in a couple of weeks for the super launch. And I'm telling you, I'm going to give away 5 copies of the t-shirt, GMAP t-shirt myself. Until next time, you guys have a fantabulous rest of your day. And I look forward to hearing from you again soon. Take care.